Hey, yo, check this shit out.
And here we go.
Men are crazy, okay? Do you watch the news? Like 1 in 5 men are violent. He could unalive you, he could RAPE you, he could stalk you, he could harass you if he feels like it. Like, it is very dangerous, extremely dangerous. When you go out with a man, you have to share your location with your mom and your friend. You have to send a screen recording of his Hinge profile and the conversation that you guys had so that if you go missing, they have context. You have to text your friend every half an hour while you're with him to let her know that you haven't been beheaded. You have to take an Uber so that he doesn't know what kind of car you have, and just in case he's crazy.
One would think men are evil. One would think men are just monsters. Every man just walks around deleting women, raping women, physically abusing women. Based on what she just said, men, we all just walk around looking for women to hurt. But nobody ever talks about how evil women are.
Make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Do not think for 1 second the same shit don't happen to men, because it does. Men go through the same thing too, dealing with crazy ass delusional women. Not every woman, but a large number of them. And when I hear a large number of women that speak like this, that already tells me what type of shit they own.
How women abuse their spouse in a lesbian relationship. How women abuse men physically. Two examples that women are equally as violent and destructive as men. However, society gives women a pass. The two clips I'm going to show you today, if men committed those two acts, it will be over for those two men.
What? Don't me, you fucking bitch.
Micah.
It's your boy Big Truck here at the King's Table. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. I just hit over 300, and I'm so humble and so appreciative, and I'm so thankful and grateful to each and every subscriber out there. Please leave a comment. We are going to agree to disagree. Share your thoughts. It is very important to me. And share the video and like it. Increase the likes. Got to get them likes up.
And here we go.
Investigators say this woman cut off her husband's private part and then put it in the garbage disposal. Investigators were back here on scene again tonight at the couple's home collecting evidence they say could put this woman in prison for the rest of her life. And people in the neighborhood who don't know the couple at all are shocked all the same.
I got some goosebumps when I heard that. That's just, it's disturbing, especially to a man,
According to police, Catherine Becker and her 51-year-old husband were together for less than 2 years, living together but going through a divorce. Neighbors never saw or heard them argue. Investigators believe 48-year-old Catherine Q. Becker had a plan that was calculated. They believe she served her husband dinner laced with drugs at their Garden Grove condo last night. When her husband passed out, she tied him to their bed, allegedly cut off his penis with a 10-inch kitchen knife, placed his body part in the garbage disposal, and turned it on. Then she called 911.
Trial has finally begun for Southern California woman who famously, kind of famous, cut off her husband's penis before throwing it in the garbage disposal.
Key word, they were going through a divorce. Pay attention. They were going through a divorce. So obviously, he was divorcing her. So these are those things that we come on now, pay attention to it. All right. So she didn't like it. In retaliation, allegedly, well, not allegedly, but in retaliation, this is what she did. So the things that men go through that don't get talked about, or if it does get talked about, get treated as a joke.
Yeah, there was a woman who went all Lorena Bobbitt on her significant other.
Oh.
Her estranged husband. So they're in court over it. She cut off, yeah. His madness. But listen, so the lawyer is now saying that the defense attorney, her attorney, is saying that she had, quote, a break from reality.
I don't know the circumstances. I don't know why he filed for divorce. I don't know what was going on between them. However, I do think it's quite fabulous. I mean, can you just...
There ain't nothing fabulous about that shit. I'm going to tell you. There's nothing fabulous. There's nothing to be laughed at about that. That is not funny at all. Because if we went on ahead and flipped it and said that he cut off one of her breasts, it'd be a different conversation then, right? You don't find that funny?
I get that motherfucker a look, and you better freeze like a motherfucker.
Remember that case? It was like 10 years ago or 11 years ago. Do y'all see how little American women think of American men? Ladies and gentlemen, do you all see how little American women think of American men? This bitch is here laughing. This is a man's penis that was cut off, and this British bitch is here laughing like it's funny. Now, if it was her son, would she still think it's funny? If her son's girlfriend did what this woman did to her man, would she still think it's funny?
Exactly.
But here she is laughing. Now, watch this. One of her co-hosts made a statement that, yo, I really don't think this is funny. If it happened to a woman, would we still be laughing? Let's check out her reaction.
Not to be like a total buzzkill, but it is a little bit like sexist. Like if somebody cut a woman's breast off, no one would be sitting laughing. Like it's not that right to sit around laughing about it if we think about it.
It's different though.
It is different.
One's floppy and it's like...
Domestic dispute, my wife.
You're having an issue with your wife?
Yes.
Okay, what's your wife's name?
Raquana Williams.
Was anybody physically hit or push?
Yes, me.
The Aces played in Chicago last night, beating the Chicago Sky, but one of their injured players spent last night at CCDC, charged with 9 counts of domestic battery. And today, Raquana Williams appeared in court. Here you see 33-year-old Williams in Las Vegas Justice Court behind the glass in shackles. She's charged with several counts of domestic violence strangling. One of the charges against her includes use of a deadly weapon. Prosecutors say the victim is her wife. The police report accuses Williams of punching and kicking her, grabbing her, and strangling her for an hour. Williams is due back in court next week. Judge Rebecca Sachs let her go today without having to pay bail, told her to stay away from the victim, and outlined the seriousness of the charges.
It is very, very disheartening to see that domestic violence allegations are still a thing in the WNBA. If you are a WNBA fan for any length of time, you have seen this happen before. You've seen allegations made against prominent WNBA players in the past, including some players who are continuing to play in the league today. And Raquana now has a second public allegation of domestic violence.
She was arrested in 2019 also for domestic battery charges. At that time, she played for the WNBA's Los Angeles Sparks. The WNBA suspended Williams for 10 games for that arrest, but those charges were dismissed in 2020. The league says it's investigating. The team says she won't be participating in team activities while they gather info, adding, as an organization, we condemn domestic violence of any kind.
And this is nothing new. This is nothing new. It happens all the time. But if you notice, America never makes a big deal about it.
Ma'am, the court does have concerns regarding the extremely violent nature of the allegations in this case that they allege to have occurred over an extended period of time, and that you came back as a high-risk lethality on the domestic violence report. The court does balance that, however, with your lack of any criminal history at age 33. The court does balance that, however, with your lack of any criminal history at age 33. The court does balance that, however, with your lack of any criminal history at age 33.
There you hear Judge Sachs say that Williams has no criminal history, but here are court records that show she was arrested in 2019 also for domestic battery charges.
Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
Be equal opportunity and be equal for all. Be equal for all, but in the right way. Go across the board. I've been a professional athlete. Been there, done that, and seen it. Now, you just watched two cases. Two different situations of women doing wrong. And look how it was swept under the rug. Look how they laughed at the situation. I wouldn't dare laugh at a situation of a man getting his penis cut off. I wouldn't dare laugh at that. That is not funny. That is not nothing to joke with. That is not nothing to play with. Like Brother Izzy said, if it was one of her sons, how would she feel? How would she feel? How would she truly feel? If it was a story of a man chopping off a woman's breast, would you make fun then? Hell no, you wouldn't. You'd take that seriously. That man will be called a creep, a scum, everything under the earth. Help me make it make sense. But once again, we see the dynamics and we see the change in things. And this is why men, we have to continue to wake up. We have to continue to have the red table conversation. We need to continue to have the locker room conversation. We need to continue to have the water cooler conversation. We need to continue to have the sideline conversations. Because when a group of men come together and huddle up and begin to talk and begin to uplift each other, begin to inspire each other, oh, these modern women are having a fit. They don't know what to do. The sisterhood, my ass. Once again, you have the sisterhood that turns on each other. Okay, for the brotherhood, let's strengthen that relationship. Let's do what we can to strengthen that relationship. And we see it starting to strengthen. Drizzle, drizzle, twizzle, twizzle. With that being said, go be the best version of yourself and mean it to see. Let's get it. Shalom.